Hi, this is Dave Villard, Pacific Coast Benefits, and today I'm here to review your Major Medical Health Plan 25 with UABT or United Ag. This is a PPO health plan that utilizes the Blue Shield of California PPO network. What I'm going to do is briefly overview some of the coverages that are most frequently used, the deductibles, coinsurance, and copays, and then also talk a little bit about prescription drug coverage, because there is prescription drug coverage on this plan as well. This plan is a PPO plan. What that means is that you can access providers either inside or outside of the network. I'm going to recommend in every circumstance you utilize providers inside of the Blue Shield of California network, because you're going to find that your out-of-pocket expenses are going to be much lower. You'll have copays for office visits, things of that nature when you're utilizing a networked provider. The first thing we need to talk about is your plan deductible. Other than prescription drugs, preventative care, and office visits, all other medical expenses are going to have a deductible of $1,000. It's a calendar year deductible. You meet that once a year, and then the plan begins to pay once that deductible is met. Once the deductible is met, the plan is going to pay at a specific percentage, and you're going to pay a percentage of the claim until you meet your maximum out-of-pocket on this plan of $4,500, including your deductible. What that means, just to give you a scenario, if I end up in the hospital and I have a large claim, I'm going to pay 20% of the claim. The claim is going to be paid at 80% by the insurance company. So I'm going to have 20% coinsurance of whatever the claim is. Now that coinsurance amount is going to stop when I've reached a maximum out-of-pocket of $4,500. We'll get more into that as we go through the summary, but just keep that in mind. If you end up in the hospital and have a catastrophic claim, let's just say it's $500,000, you're in there for 2 weeks, as long as you stay in network, your cost for that will never exceed $4,500. When you use a contracting physician, in other words, a Blue Shield of California provider, which are part of United Ag's health plan, you're going to pay a $25 copay for the office visit. That includes primary care or specialty care doctors. So if it's a family practitioner or a cardiologist, for the office visit you're going to pay a $25 copay. If that contracting physician is doing a preventative benefit for you, there are specific preventative benefits that are part of the Affordable Care Act that are covered at 100%. And these are immunizations, wellness, screenings for specific diseases you might have a family history of. Those things are going to be covered at 100% without you paying a copay, as long as you stay inside the network. If you go to an emergency room in network, again, you're going to have a copay of $400 for the emergency room visit. If you are admitted into the hospital, the $400 is waived, and the plan is going to be charging you your $1,000 deductible, and then the contracted amount will be 80% coverage. So that gets to the point I was making earlier. If you end up in the hospital and it's a $500,000 claim, you're going to pay the first $1,000, then you're going to pay 20% of the balance. United Ag is going to pay 80% of the balance, but you're going to stop paying when your 20% hits $4,500, including your deductible. The United Ag plan, because it's an agricultural specific program, does have what's known as the Mexican panel. There are specific things for those that want to have benefits provided to them in border cities, and there's a list of them here: Tijuana, Mexicali, San Luis. Those particular facilities that are part of the United Ag network offer copays much lower than the traditional plan. You're going to see $10 copays. You're going to see expense reimbursements, things of that nature, that are a benefit for those of us that do go to Mexico to have medical treatments taken care of for us. So Again, I'll let you read through this at your own leisure, but there are benefits for the Mexican panel when you're inside of a United Ag health plan. If you go to a non-network provider, you decide to go outside of the Blue Shield of California network, you're going to see that there's some substantial limitations on what's covered. So pay close attention to that. You're going to want to stay in network again at every cost because it's going to be very expensive for you to go outside of the network when you're utilizing this particular health plan. This section that we have here is going over those preventative care benefits that we talked about. They will pay up to a maximum of $500. The coverages are listed here for those type of benefits you have access to, and it's very important that you read that closely and understand what the benefits are for the preventative coverage that are part of the Affordable Care Act. The next section I want to go over is the prescription drug plan that's available on your health plan. If you enroll in the United Ag PPO plan that we're reviewing, this particular prescription drug benefit is tied to the plan, and you're going to find that generic drugs will be covered for a $15 copay. If you decide you don't want to use a generic drug and you want to use a formulary or a non-formulary drug, you are going to pay the cost of it, although there will be a discount applied to the cost of the drug if you do utilize a UABT contracted pharmacy. There's also a mail order prescription where you can get up to a 90-day supply for a $25 copay, and that's when you are utilizing a managed care type of prescription. In other words, you're taking medications for hypertension, something of that nature, high blood pressure, a statin, things of that nature, where you're going to be on it for a long period of time. It makes a lot of sense to utilize the mail order program because you'll get 3 times the supply for just a slightly higher copay. When you have a chance, if you have specific questions regarding this health plan, please feel free to reach out to us at Pacific Coast Benefits. You can reach us at 408-847-1000. Ask for Jeff Gunther or Dave Villar. I'm more than happy to help you with any questions you have regarding benefits, claims, eligibility, things of that nature. Thank you very much.